Hey there, fellas. So here's my 1991 Galaxy toilet. It was about November of last year that I managed to snatch this up from a back alley behind my local grocery store because apparently they were replacing this with something newer. Now, the only reason they really did actually have to replace it, though, is because there's like this long crack right on the side here, which I have determined to be just a glaze crack, so at least this thing might still be installable. And as you can probably maybe see just a little bit, there's a new glaze crack there, which I think just came about in the winter. But other than that, this thing is pretty much mint. Interestingly enough, the Galaxy logo is on the side there, and it still has an original Olsenite 40 seat on it, which by the way is also absolutely mint, except for this little bit of wear here. It's not even yellow actually. And so there's the manufacturing date there, April 11th, 1991. 4025 tank this is. Made by American Standard in Canada. And it is also set to the waterline right now. Okay, so let's talk about the parts. So right now, the original parts that are in here are this genuine American Standard fill valve that came in this toilet. You can even see a little manufacturing sort of stamp there. It says 91. The tank to bowl bolts are original. There's a refill tube here that I just made. It's just out of clear vacuum tube or whatever it is. I don't know. The only things that are not original on it are the flush tower with the actuator and this handle. Because as you can see, when I did get this toilet, the original handle was destroyed because there's this massive chunk missing out of it and it's kind of cracked and broken. And when I did get it too, it still had the original flush. It still had the original flush tower in it, but the actuator valve was missing, so I had to end up replacing them both. Unfortunately, there are these couple of cracks here, but they don't go through the glaze. That was just from me bumping the tank of the toilet on that tree over there, as you can see, which sucks, but there you go. So I'm going to be doing a few tests with it then. So I'm just going to do with a dry bowl test, and then I have a grocery bag, dish towel, and a washcloth and some dirt right there. Anyways, here we go. Just got to be very careful. This thing does tilt quite a bit. Here's a dry bowl test. It does have a very nice flush too. A surprisingly swirly one actually. So yeah, it did do a pretty good job right there with the dry bowl test. So guess I'm gonna start out with the washcloth then. I'll be right back. Okay, so here is a washcloth in here. I'm just gonna kind of soak it in a little bit, you know. Okay. Oh, and by the way, the thing about these older Galaxy toilets, while these were models sold by American Standard, they're like Galaxy was a sub-brand of American Standard for Canada only. This is supposed to be like a low, or like an entry model toilet, if you will. So they based it off the American Standard Plebe for this version, and then there are some later versions up into the late 90s that they based it off the Hydra. It sounds like the tank is done filling, so let's just give it a shot here. As expected, that did absolutely no problem. The washcloth is still down here. Oh, should do one thing first though. Ooh, hang on here. Forgot to put this tube back in. That was for the dry bowl test, by the way, but I guess I just forgot about that. Okay, there we go. Now you see the water trickling down in there, which is great. So I'm going to use a grocery bag now. It's funny though, this is probably one of the very few plastic ones that's still left. Here, I'll just give me a minute here. I'll be right back. Okay, well, sorry about that interruption, that I just had to get the grocery bag in there. Thankfully all the air's out of it, I think. It sounds like the tank is about done filling, so let's give it a flush, see how it does. Should do pretty well, actually. Yep, no problem at all. Sometimes this thing doesn't really have a very like gurgly siphon. It doesn't make a deep gurgle, which I guess maybe doesn't make it as satisfying, but it can probably provide a bit of extra power. Anyway, so here's that grocery bag down here. Ooh, that is full of water. Oh, there we go. I'm going to try this with the washcloth at the same time, see how it does. Okay, so that's both the grocery bag and the washcloth in there at the same time. I'm just going to wait for the tank to be done filling. Honestly, my prediction is that it will struggle. I know that. It's a fairly large test. This is basically like a diarrhea wad with like a diarrhea wad of toilet paper. So, I don't know. I'll just wait for the tank to be done filling right now. It's going to take a little while, isn't it? No, it's basically done. It's almost done. Right now there's noises of a garden tractor going, which is great. Very great. Anyways, let's see how this works, because the tank is done filling. Now it's a press and release flush too. I think that did air up though. It does look like it aired up, however, but it dried. It is, for the most part, past the opening. For the most part it is. See if I can try and plunge this out. Okay, that is really stuck in there. Yeah, I mean, like, that is a very large test. Every toilet has their limits, so. Oh. Oh no, never mind. Okay, well, that didn't go too well. Wonder if they're stuck in the bottom. Oh wait, I don't feel anything. Okay. Okay, that didn't go too well. I'll be right back. Try and unclog it. Well, after some fighting there, because that was really stuck in there, it's finally out. Okay, so here's the dish towel test now. And it's just laid out in there, so yeah. Here Here's a flush. See how this does. It'll probably struggle, I don't know. I don't think it should be that. I don't think it's stuck that bad. There we go. Okay, well that wasn't bad. I mean, like, I wouldn't completely call it a pass. I mean, like, I'd probably be like that right there. It's sort of, but it did need a little bit of help. Oh well. I guess the dish towel is larger than I would think. Here. Kind of put that over there. And just wait for the tank to fill up. Next is going to be some dirt just for the bowl rinse test, so I'll be right back. Okay, so there's the dirt. Let's kind of move some of it out of here, actually. And then that's it. Okay, should do pretty well considering this does have good sized rim jets and an awesome flush. Okay, well, in the bowl I do see a few floaters in here, and then there's some stuff on the bottom which is just, well, that's honestly just heavier dirt. Around the sides, oh, there's one spot there, but okay, well, there's like one spot there. Left quite a bit there, and here. So those are like 4 rim jets that don't really get the job done, but other than that, it's actually very impressive. Could use a little bit of improvement, but it's not so bad otherwise. So in order to really just end this video, here's some pictures of it, just when I picked it up, when I stored it, and then some before and after pictures of when I was restoring it.